Yo, what's up guys, this is Manny Got the Beat, and in today's FL Studio tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to mix properly. And you always want to mix on mono, because if your track or song is being played on a mono speaker and your highs are not good, it's going to show up on there like when they're playing it. So you always want to make sure on mono, because you want the best quality. You want your song or track to retain its quality and whatnot. You know, you don't want your highs too high, your lows too low, or too high and whatnot. So I always mix in mono. I got a track, it's called well, I haven't named it yet, but it's a G Herbo X Montana 300 type beat, and this is how it sounds. This is what I got so far. So what you want to do first is just go ahead and highlight all these instruments and then put them in the mixer channel. And then what you want to do after, just make sure to put this on mono. Don't put it on stereo because, you know, like I said, mix in mono. See, as you can tell, like I haven't mixed it, so that's why like it's all over the place. But right now I'm gonna mix it with you. Just follow up with me. And what you want to do is make sure your sounds are not going over 12 dB, so you can have some headroom when you master, like as you can see here. None of my instruments or sounds are going over 12 dB. It might, but usually the average is like around right here. So see, all my sounds are like around here. And then the kick as well, or the clap, it's not passing over 12 dB. Let me put the hi-hats on it. Perfect, on 12. Alright, and then what you want to do next is make sure you turn this up, so when you mix, you know, you have headroom and whatnot. So anyways, let's go ahead and start mixing. I'm not gonna add any EQs or anything for the sake of this video. I'm just showing you how to mix. So let's just go ahead and start mixing. starting to come along. Like that's like it's necessary to mix in mono. I can't stress that enough. I think the open hi-hat might be too high. Let me lower it a little bit. There we go. You want to have like your bounce in your drums, you know? So see right now, it's hitting up around like 2 dB, and then when I pull this down, it's gonna give me more headroom, so that when I master it, the volume, like I can turn the volume as much as I can, like maybe like 6 dB of volume for the track or the song, whichever I'm doing. But so far it's turning out pretty good. I really like this G Herbo Montana 300, and it's gonna be in the description below, so you can hear the beat and whatnot, like the full beat when I mix it and master it. So yeah, I think I might just mix it a little bit and we'll call it good. The piano's high. I can definitely hear it. That's how you want to kind of sometimes go from mono to stereo here and there, like switch it around. So making sure that the sounds are not, some of them are not too loud and whatnot. So the piano is really high right now. Like it's really high. The bass might be a little bit high too as well. Make sure like your 808 bass, the snare, the hi-hats. Sometimes you wanna have it all in mono, like most of the sounds, like snare, hi-hats, bass. You wanna make sure you have it on mono. It's not all the time, but for the most part, you wanna have it on mono. I think the bass still might be a little bit high. There we go. I have other sounds right here that I'm not gonna add right now. This is just like SFX and whatnot. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. Let me hear it on stereo. I think these hi-hats might be a little bit too high. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it on mono. Let me try it out and put it on mono. See how that sounds. They're not too bad. Some of these sounds are clashing, and that's because when you have it on mono, you gotta make sure also, like if this, let's just say this piano has too much bass and it's clash and it's going on with the bass as well. Like let's just say you have those two sounds playing on, and if it sounds like muddy and whatever and whatnot, like make sure like you take some of the bass either on here or here, because they might be clashing. Like when you're mono, you gotta make sure, like if you can't hear the sounds, all the sounds clearly, it's because they're clashing, and that's because you gotta pan it here and there. Like some sounds, it's kind of like music mixing is kind of like a musical chair, like they all fighting for that same spot. So you gotta make sure like you pan them to the left and right and whatnot, and take out some sounds using EQ or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna do it for the sake of this video, but I'm gonna just do a little bit. See the huge difference? Just by doing that, there was a little bit of difference already. So you can barely hear it, but the clarity is there on the piano. And if I do this one as well, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Barely hear it as well. But that's it for this video. Like I said, make sure to toggle between mono and stereo, but you want to make sure you always mix on mono. Always mix on mono.